Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna talk about how to balance a gimbal, which is an essential skill for any filmmaker or videographer. A gimbal is a fantastic tool that helps stabilize your camera and capture smooth cinematic footage. If it's not balanced correctly, you might end up with shaky footage, or even you can damage your gimbal. In this video I'm going to show you how I balance my gimbal. It has basically 3 steps. Most gimbal have 3 axes: the pan, tilt and roll. Before you start to balance anything, the very first step is mounting the camera. In order to do that, you need to insert the battery, the SD card, and also don't forget to fold out your screen and pretty much put everything in place. Then you have to attach the gimbal's mounting plate to the camera, just to make sure you securely fasten it, and then you're not gonna cause any damage to your camera while you are balancing it. Usually I start balancing the tilt axis, as it has 2 steps. The first is the camera and with the base plate, and the second one is actually the axis itself. You need to position the base plate in a way that the camera is not gonna lean forward or backward. Once it's done, carefully tilt up and down the camera and check the balance, adjusting the camera position until it remains steady without tilting forward or backward. Once it looks balanced, tighten the knob and you can move to the next step. Loosen the roll axis adjustment knob or lever, gently rotate the camera from left to right and ensure that it stays in level and doesn't roll to either side. In this case it rolls to the right side, so you have to push the axis key backwards. Once it's balanced, it should stay in the center. The easiest way to test it, you have to move the camera up, down and each side, and if the camera stays in that position, that means it should be balanced. When it's balanced, tighten the adjustment knob to secure the roll axis. And the very last step is to adjust the pan axis. It used to be the most difficult for me, but nowadays I have started a new technique that I hold the gimbal towards my belly and I just check whether the gimbal tilts to any side. If yes, then I start moving the axis gently to the other direction until it stays wherever I move. If the camera stays in any of the positions you move it, the gimbal is in balance. The very last step is testing and fine-tuning. Once all the axes are balanced, power on the gimbal and test its stability. The RS3 has a built-in screen, and on top right corner you can see a camera and also with the gimbal. If everything is green, that should mean it's balanced. I recommend you to do calibration every time you change your lens, and then you do some rebalancing. That's all for today's video. If you find this tutorial helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Until next time.